We're taking the windows out, all of them. We've already taken the front windows out. Now we're doing these because we want to redo the ceiling tape behind the frame of the window. This is what it looked like when we took it off. You can see they used that. It's probably that butyl tape stuff. 40 years old, I'm betting. Not very effective really anymore, so we're gonna just put new stuff on. Won't take too long. It's no surprise that on something like this truck camper, the more things you pull apart and reveal, the more things you find that you could possibly improve upon or work on or fix. So, for all of you out there who are ever considering doing something like this, if you're going to deal with an old truck camper, this is exactly what you should probably expect.
This is worse than here.
Yeah, this side's not so bad, but we discovered that there's a little bit of leakage going on around these windows too. Look at the one up there. You pulled that out, didn't you?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I pulled this out. Getting the metal off of it so I can replace this piece here. I'll just replace both these side pieces.
Why is it that every time you do some sort of project you always have to come in and it's like, oh, and wait a minute, no, can't have it that way. Gotta put 9,000 screws into it first. Why is that?
I don't know.
Why is that, Captain Ron?
What are you doing?
Watching you. Filming you. Putting the windows back in. I cleaned them all off, took the screens off, cleaned all inside of them. Got some steel wool and just sort of rubbed the residue and I don't know, it gets kind of a patina, an aged aluminum patina over it. So I got some of that off. A little shinier. Dave put a new piece in here, new piece over there to replace the ones that were water damaged. Dave added a piece of angle iron underneath where this jack sits. We painted the part that goes onto the trailer, this bracket, and the thinking behind this is that before it was just pretty much resting on the plywood underneath. Now it's got this piece of metal which is kind of spreading the weight out a little bit, and it's much stronger than plywood. Same thing on this side. This is a tripod style jack system on this camper. So there's one jack on the other side and then two over here. We're reinstalling the last jack bracket. Dave also moved the jacks out about, what, an inch each one, probably, inch and a half. So they're setting out a little bit wider because before they were in so tight to the side of the camper that you run the bottom of the jack over with the truck a little bit. Just when you think Dave is finished framing, he goes and does more. He added this board, that one, and then the pieces that you see in their diagonal. This just popped off when we started working on the camper, and it just wasn't screwed in very well, so he put new pieces on either side of this gas tank containing box. That's just resting in there right now. We're going to keep that unattached until we put the paneling on, because we need to have it out of the way to do that. then we'll secure it in place. We're getting in the home stretch, I think, as far as all of this extra reinforcement stuff goes. Redoing, adding structure. Front edging areas are finished. Diamond plate around these back edges on the bottom. We had just a little bit left over from a previous project. Put it on the back because it'll be seen more. It's more visible. Off. I'm gonna reseal it around the edges with butyl tape. There's the door over here. Dave's repairing some things. So the bottom in here was rotted. You put a new board in. Yes. We've discovered what we think may be a date on the door frame. We've got it all apart because Dave's redoing the door and we're redoing the seal around the frame. It says 8/12/65. So this thing could be older than we thought. We figured it to be a early 70s model, and perhaps it's even older than that. It might be from 1965, 1966. The door is back on. They've put some new wood down in the bottom here where I'm pointing, and also this piece of aluminum across the bottom, which just tightened the whole door up. We use longer screws to put the hinges and stuff on the door back in. The door closes a lot better now.